Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Carthage Women's Soccer for the 2023 season. The Carthage women will be taking on Beloit College from Beloit, Wisconsin tonight, who are in town for the first home game of the women's season here at Keller Field in Kenosha. The Carthage team comes into this game 0-2. They were unsuccessful in their first two games. They're coming off a road trip where they went to Boston out in Massachusetts. They played Gordon College out there, and as well as Endicott College, and they unfortunately lost both those games. So they'll be looking to get to a better start here today at home, hoping to be able to get off the mark here against Beloit. Beloit, so far on the season, is 1 win and 2 losses. They beat Benedictine on the 3rd, but they lost to Carroll on the 1st of September, and their most recent game was a game against St. Mary's of Minnesota, which they lost 1-0. So it should be a pretty close game tonight, we're hoping. Last season, these two teams played each other about this time of year, September 7th last year in Beloit, and the two teams ended up in a 0-0 draw, although there were 23 shots during that game, so there was quite a bit of offensive action, although nobody was able to put one in the goal. The two teams have played twice historically, first in 2021, where Carthage won 3-1 here at Keller Field, and then they played again in 2022, as I mentioned, in Beloit, where that was a 0-0 draw. So they're coming off last year's performance of a 0-0 draw. Beloit last year was 9-5-2 on the season, 6-2 in the Midwest Conference. They actually went to the conference championship of the Midwest Conference, where they lost to Grinnell. Even though they tied in that game 0-0, they went through 2 overtimes, still no goals scored, and they lost in a 4-2 shootout to Grinnell, who then got the automatic Midwest bid to the NCAA tournament. So Beloit is coming off a good season. The year before that, in 2021, they were 8-5-6, so a fairly middling record. But again, they were 4-1-3 in the Midwest Conference. So they had quite a bit of conference success over the last couple of years. Carthage, on the other hand, also had a solid season last year. They were 3-8-5. Lots of draws last year. 5 draws out of their 16 games. They won 3 and lost 8, drew 5. They were 3-4-1 in the CCIW. In 2021, Carthage was 5-12 on the season, 3-5 in the CCIW. So Coach Wilson and the gang will certainly be hoping to get off to a little bit better start this season and hopefully be able to have a strong showing in the CCIW. Their preseason pick for them in the CCIW was 7th place, 7th out of 9, so not sure necessarily that they have the respect yet of the conference, but hopefully they'll be able to turn that around with some good non-conference early season work here, starting with Beloit tonight, and hopefully go into that season of the CCIW once that comes around in a little bit better shape. As I mentioned, the Carthage Firebirds are coming back from a road trip. Their most recent game was just last weekend. Endicott College was the opponent in that game, and it was unfortunately not a good showing for the Carthage team. They did lose that game 5-0, although from the recap, it said that they were tied up until the 34th minute, and then Endicott got 3 goals past them before halftime. So 34th, 36th, and 44th minute. They were down 3-0 at half and ended up down 5-0 at the end of the game. So they've so far been outscored 6-0. They've also been outshot 56-5 so far on the season. So Carthage certainly has some work to do here tonight to try to improve that record and hopefully have a little bit better performance at home. I'm sure they'd like to have a good performance here at Keller Field in Kenosha. It's a beautiful night here for soccer, certainly. It's very cool. It's finally cooled off here. The weekend was very warm, up in the 90s up until yesterday. Today was really the first day that it cooled off a bit. It's kind of breezy here, a little bit of breeze coming across pretty much from right to left, from north to south, I think, and maybe a little bit from the west as well. But a beautiful evening here tonight at Carthage. So the Carthage team is bringing back 5 seniors this year. Sarah Fitzgibbon, Emma Oldani, Katie Talons, Yana Paputzis, and Veronica Walker are all seniors, but that's only 5 on the whole roster. So it is a fairly young team. There are 14 freshmen on the roster in addition to those seniors, and it looked like the other night it was a mixture. I looked at the minutes from Coach Wilson's lineup the other night, and as you heard, they did not have a great game, and so he was trying out a lot of different lineups. There were several players that got half of a game or 30 minutes or so. So he's obviously trying to still put together his best 11 going into the game tonight. So we'll see what he starts with and what his substitution patterns are looking like. But it'll be interesting to see some of the young players, some of the transfer players, and some of the senior leadership that I'm sure Coach Wilson is relying on for this new season. So tonight we've got the Carthage College Firebirds against the Beloit College Bucks. The kickoff will just be in a few minutes. We'll go now to the PA announcer, who will be starting in just a few minutes, and we'll get the game rolling very shortly.
If I'm crazy, I'm on my own. If I'm waiting, it's on my throne. If I sound lazy, just ignore my tone. Cause I'm always gonna answer when you call my phone. Like, what's up, danger? Like, what's up, danger? Can't stop me now. I said I got you now. I'm right here at your door. I won't leave. I want more. What's up, danger? Yeah, what's up, danger? Can't stop me now. Yeah. I said I got you now. Come on, what's up, danger? Come on, I said what's up, danger?
Good evening, fans, and welcome to Art Keller Field for today's game between the Beloit Buccaneers and the Carthage Firebirds. Let's meet today's starting lineups. First, for the visiting Buccaneers. Number 3, a senior from Darien, Wisconsin, Abigail Membrino. Number 7, a senior from Crystal Lake, Illinois, Natalie Ortiz. Number 8, a junior from Clarendon Hills, Illinois, Megan Thompson. Number 13, a junior from St. Charles, Illinois, Hannah Semstrat. Number 17, a senior from St. Charles, Illinois, Suzanne Healy. Number 19, a senior from St. Charles, Missouri, Elena Furch. Number 23, a senior from Kent Wash, Wisconsin, Aspen Valentina. Number 24, a senior from Las Vegas, Nevada, Bree Paez. Number 28, a junior from Plainfield, Illinois, Caitlin Hudetz. Number 35, a junior from Albuquerque, New Mexico, Lauren Volza. And number 55, a senior from College Place, Washington, Maya Betzler. The head coach of the Buccaneers is Lisa Colligan, and she is assisted by John Ardent. And now your starting lineup for your Carthage College Firebirds. Number 3, a junior from Rochester, Minnesota, Maggie Tom. Number 4, a senior from Lombard, Illinois, Sarah Fitzgibbon. Number 6, a junior from South Milwaukee, Wisconsin, Lisa Traxel. Number 11, a sophomore from Maple Grove, Minnesota, Maya Stone. Number 12, a senior from Des Plaines, Illinois, Katie Talent. Number 17, a freshman from Downers Grove, Illinois, Kendall Henley. Number 18, a junior from Libertyville, Illinois, Faith Roberts. Number 21, a junior from Highlands Ranch, Colorado, Leah Martin. Number 26, a junior from Tacoma, Washington, Addie Serenas. Number 27, a junior from Oak Forest, Illinois, Amelia Price. And number 1, a sophomore from Fresno, California, Ainsley Stallworth. The head coach of Carthage is Ian Wilson, and he's assisted by Kiera Coleman and Alberto Centeno.
All right.
Mr. Worldwide to infinity. You know the roof on fire. We gon' boogie, oogie, oogie, jiggle, wiggle, and dance like the roof on fire. We go drink drinks and take shots until we fall out like the roof on fire. Now, baby, get my booty naked, take off all your clothes and light the roof on fire. Tell 'em, baby, baby.
All right, so there we have our starting lineups for tonight. We see that Coach Wilson is going with a mixture of experience and youth, largely with mostly experienced players. There's 2 seniors that are starting tonight, 6 juniors, 2 sophomores, and one freshman. So only one brand new player for one freshman that is getting the start tonight is Kendall Hennelly. Kendall is a freshman from Downers Grove, Illinois, Downers Grove North High School. And she'll get her first start here tonight at Art Keller Field. Also, Addie Serenas, the junior transfer student, I believe. She will also get her first start here tonight. She got 81 minutes the other night, actually, in the last game. And so Coach Wilson obviously is interested in giving her some minutes. She's from Tacoma, Washington, and I believe this is her first game here tonight at Art Keller Field. So it'll be a new experience for some of these Firebird women, but some of them have been around for a while. As we said, 2 seniors and 6 juniors, so those players have been around for quite a long time and have quite a bit of experience here, and hopefully we will be able to lead this team along with some fresh faces that will also hopefully lead to some good things for this Carthage Firebirds women's soccer team. Coach Ian Wilson is in his 5th season now with the Carthage program. He's had great success so far and is looking for another good season this year. Interestingly, the women's team, large number of them went to the World Cup this summer, in fact. They were able to travel to Australia and New Zealand. They played a couple of exhibition games while they were there, and they also were able to see, I think, 2 World Cup games in person, and the U.S. women's game, they were in the fan zone. So they were right there as the U.S. women were playing in Australia. So very exciting for them to be able to take that great bonding trip this summer and to get some time playing against some Australian and teams from New Zealand. And so that was very exciting for them. And I think a large number of the players went, 15 or 16, I think, of the current squad were able to travel on that trip to Australia and New Zealand to the World Cup. So very exciting for them, and we'll see if maybe they can turn that into some success here on the pitch now that they are back on campus and ready to start playing here tonight at Art Keller Field. For their very first home game of the season, they'll be hoping to have a strong home record, although Beloit does take the opening kickoff and brings it back into their own zone. We'll get some idea here about what the formation is looking like. Right now, number 27, Amelia Price, seems to be at the tip. She seems to be the furthest forward of all the Carthage players. So she must be playing in kind of a striker position, which I think she did a little bit last season as well. She's listed as a midfielder on the roster, but she is playing in a fairly advanced position. The other person playing in that advanced position is Katie Talons. Katie's a senior from Des Plaines, so it looks like, at least in the opening minutes here, Amelia Price and Katie Talons are the ones furthest forward. Ainsley Stallworth is back in the goal. She was a freshman last year, sophomore this year from Fresno, California, so she's got a year of experience under her belt and will be looking to have a strong second campaign here at Carthage. Looks like Lisa Traxel, number 6, is on here on the left-hand side. She's playing left back currently. And in the left center back position is number 11, that's Maya Stone. So Traxel on the left back position, Maya Stone as the left center back, as we kind of start to see the formation start to develop. There's Price, who gets it in the middle of the field, tries to hold it up there and move it on through the midfield, but it doesn't quite work. Here's Maya Stone again. She drops it back to Stallworth, who will look upfield and play it short. I believe that's Addie Serenas, who's playing the other center back position. Nice play there. Very nice, and there's a run here, but a little offside. Katie Talons with a real nice play there. But she had just gone a little bit offside, but some really nice interchange there between Amelia Price and Katie Talons, who, as I mentioned, is playing kind of an attacking midfield role. Not sure exactly how they're going to line up throughout the course of the game, but she's certainly in one of the attacking positions. Here's Amelia Price again, who goes back to Katie Talons. They've had a little bit of success there, and there's a fall, but not a foul. Despite the Carthage home crowd looking for one. Comes all the way back to Maya Stone, who goes up into central midfield. That is Addie Serenas, who's playing the other back position, so she's kind of the right center back, it looks like at this point. She's a junior, as I mentioned, from Tacoma, Washington, who's playing her first game here at Art Keller. They try to link up with the forward line, but it goes a little bit beyond Amelia Price there. Sarah Fitzgibbon looks like she's on the left side of the central midfield. Kendall Henley, the freshman, looks like to be the most central midfielder, if that makes sense. Kind of got two up front, basically, with Katie Towns and Amelia Price. And then in that midfield, looks like Kendall Henley, I mentioned, is in that central position. Sarah Fitzgibbons on the left, just receiving the ball there. And back to Stone, and back to Serenus. On that far side, it's Maggie Thome. She's in the right back position. So now we've got Thome, Serenus, Stone, and Traxel across the back as the back four. Leah Martin is playing in sort of a holding midfield role, kind of just in front of that back four. Looks right now kind of like a 4-1-3-2, maybe. I think those numbers add up. Interesting to see how they'll develop as the game moves on. Players to watch out for on this Beloit team. Number 3, Abigail Membrino, is the leading goal scorer for them so far. She's, as you can see, in that kind of central striker position. Abigail is a senior from Darien, Wisconsin. She has 2 goals already on the season off of 8 shots, so she's already had 8 shots at the goal and has been pretty active so far this year. As I mentioned, 1 win for this Beloit team against 2 losses. They scored 3 goals, though, in that 1 win, and Abigail Membrino had 2 of those goals. Some strong play on that far side. I think that was Katie Talons who's trying to move the ball upfield there. Beloit is having some possession in just inside of Carthage's end here. Nice move there. That was Natalie Ortiz, number 7. She's going down into the corner. But some effective defense there by Lisa Traxel, who sees the ball out of bounds, so that will be a throw. Natalie Ortiz will take it. She goes into Megan Thompson. She's the other goal scorer. Here, Abigail Membrino with the 2 goals, and Megan Thompson, number 8, had the 3rd goal. That's Megan Thompson. She gets a shot. Actually, I think that was Membrino with that shot, number 3. So she takes a crack at goal, but Ainsley Stallworth has no trouble with that ball. Picks it up, bounces it a couple of times, and looks downfield. Looks like she's going to play it long, and she does. Nice long kick. Amelia Price almost gets a head on it, but it goes all the way back to the Beloit defense, who then plays it all the way back to their keeper. The Beloit keeper tonight is Maya Belzer. Belzer's a senior from Walla Walla, Washington, which is fun to say, if nothing else. Beloit trying to find some headway there, but Lisa Traxel with a nice interception. Kendall Henley with a nice play there. Now she's making a nice run up the left-hand side. Advancing from her midfield position. Nice step over there, and she crosses it. It does come all the way through. And a shot. Oh, worth a crack there, so good for Carthage, getting a shot on goal early in the game. Not on goal, but at least a shot. Leah Martin, number 21, with that shot that sailed just over the net. She was probably a good 10 yards outside of the box, maybe 7 or 8 yards. So a pretty difficult shot to try to score there, but she gave it a good shot, and good for them for at least trying to look to get some shots on goal. And as we said, they've been outshot pretty significantly over these first couple of games, especially in that last game. that they played against Endicott out in Boston. They were outshot 42-2 in that game. So I'm sure Coach Wilson will not like that and will be wanting them to play more on the front foot, not allowing so many shots. I mean, Endicott may have been a very, very good team. They must have been a very good team to play that well against our Firebirds, but I'm sure Coach Wilson will be emphasizing trying to get a few shots on net here to try to get their first goal of the season. Carthage has not yet scored, although they've only played those 2 games on the road trip so far, at least officially on the season. They did play some preseason games and various places, and as I mentioned, they even played in Australia over the summer, so they have played a few games, although so far on the official statistics, they've not yet been able to score a goal. Carthage now has the ball, setting up a free kick. On that far side, they put quite a few players on the edge of the box, so they'll be trying to get something into a dangerous area. Comes all the way through, but it's headed out by Beloit. Comes all the way back to the free kick taker. Beloit trying to work it upfield. Addie Serenus is there, though. Addie Serenus comes with a nice cross pass. Lisa Traxel picks it up there. She goes in field. Nice move there. Kendall Hennelly, the freshman. Very nice little turn in midfield. She gets around her defender to the delight of the crowd. There's a good crowd here tonight. The men's team was just practicing on the field just before the game, so I think maybe many of them have stuck around, and it looks like Carthage has a good cheering section of students out here tonight, so that's nice to see. Making a little bit of noise, and that will certainly be a great help for the team, I'm sure, to have strong home support. Nice play there. Katie Talons trying to find Amelia Price, isn't able to. Faith Roberts now, or no, I'm sorry. Oh yeah, that is Faith Roberts, who played it through the midfield, loses out possession though. But she gets it back. Nicely played. Leah Martin, who's playing, as I mentioned, at the base of the midfield there, number 21, cycles it around, and it comes all the way out here to Lisa Traxel on the near side. In the game the other night, Coach stuck with several of his defenders that played quite significant minutes. Maya Stone played 80 minutes. Lisa Traxel played 76. Addie Serenus played 81 minutes. So there were some pretty solid minutes there, I guess, for some of those players that we're seeing again tonight. You must be fairly happy with their performance so far. So we'll see what the substitution patterns look like once he starts to, Coach Wilson, I should say, starts to make any substitutions that he may want to change things up or not, depending on how things are going, I guess. Beloit tries for a through ball there, but it does go all the way through and harmlessly over the end line. So that will be a goal kick for Carthage. Ainsley Stallworth plays it out here to Lisa Traxel, who's hugging the touchline on this side. It's kicked from behind by Beloit out of bounds, so that'll be a throw in for Traxel. She goes in field. Kendall Hennelly goes back to Fitzgibbon, who goes back to Maya Stone. Addie Serenus, Leah Martin. And Maggie Thome on that far side. Beloit now has possession just inside their own end. Moving it upfield. Some good defense there, some good pressing by Carthage. Ooh, a little bit of a hard landing there for Katie Talons, but no foul. So far the referee's only called a couple of fouls in this game, letting the players play for the most part. It's Megan Thompson trying to find Abigail Membrino, but not having success with it. Nice play there by Amelia Price. She tried to go over the top of the defense there. She does have height, and so that may be one possible option. 5'6", Amelia Price. Beloit now comes out to this near side. It's Natalie Ortiz. Ortiz to Thompson. Now they go cross field, see if they can go up that left-hand side. Trying a little through ball there for Membrino, but Addie Serenas is there and shepherds it out for a goal kick. So that'll be a goal kick for Carthage. We're just about through the first 15 minutes here, coming up on the 30-minute mark of this first half. So far, not much action in front of either net. I don't think there's been... Carthage had one shot that went over the net. I don't think Beloit has yet had a shot on goal. Both teams have had a little bit of possession, although nobody's certainly dominating at this point. Carthage now trying to play it out of their own end here. Addie Serenas goes long to Amelia Price. Now steaming down that right-hand side, really nice play there. It's Maggie Thome. She goes around another defender and shoots, and it just goes over the net. So a good run there from Maggie Thome, the right back, who took a little layoff from Amelia Price there and steamed down that right-hand side. She was ahead of one defender and beat another defender, but eventually her shot went a little over the net, but a good effort from there. So Carthage with a second shot on goal already. Not a shot on goal, I'm sorry, but a shot, I should say. I think that one went over the goal maybe instead of on goal, but they have had a couple of efforts that have not yet found the net. But that's good to see them out on that front foot. Here comes Beloit back the other way now. They're in the box. And off of Carthage there, so that will be a corner kick. Carthage had a couple of defenders back there, but I believe that was Suzanne Healy. Or I'm sorry, it was Elena Furch, number 19, who was in the box there and knocked it off the Carthage player. Beloit doesn't have too many players in the box right now, just two, in fact. Carthage easily handles that on the far end. That's Maggie Thome, who handles her defensive duties as well as playing offense. Those fullbacks have to be able to do both, and she certainly has done that even just in the last few minutes. Kendall Henley to Amelia Price. Nice pick out there. Amelia's sort of been the outlet. Kendall Henley now with a nice little ball around the corner. Amelia Price now, she tries to go long. Lisa Traxel was maybe open for a minute up this left-hand side, but Beloit got back in time to squelch that little offensive move. So Carthage will cycle it all the way back to the goalkeeper again and look to move it up this left-hand side. Lisa Traxel tries to go into midfield, but nobody there to receive it for Carthage, so Beloit picks it up and heads the other direction. Squirts through, and that'll be a ball for the goalkeeper. She scoops it back into her box and picks it up and runs to the middle. Carthage seems to have a lot of players in the midfield. They're holding their own there so far, I would say. Defensively, they've looked solid. Beloit now has a throw in on this near side. Interestingly, that Kendall Henley is playing right in the middle of midfield for a freshman player. That's a lot of confidence that the coach is showing in her abilities, and so far she seems to be holding up well in there, made some nice plays. There's a nice interception, Leah Martin that time. She tries to find Henley, but it's lost in the midfield there with numbers for Beloit. Maya Stone with a nice play there, Kendall Henley again. Maya Stone, Addie Saranis, sorry. Still getting those names a little bit. Oh, a little bit of a spill there. There's an opportunity for Carthage now. They've got a 3-on-2 here. Let's see if they can work those numbers. Amelia Price gets a nice move there. Will she get the shot? She gets a nice pass. Oh, Katie Talons got the shot off, but it was in the end offside. The far side assistant referee's flag was up. So Amelia maybe should have had a shot there rather than try that pass, although it looked like Katie Talons might have been open, but was in fact just a step or two beyond that second last defender, so was in fact offside, unfortunately. But again, good opportunity for Carthage. They had that little 3-on-2 there and had an opportunity to get something going offensively. Here they go again. Price this time crosses it. This time she's onside and a shot. Really strong shot there from Katie Talons. She was a little bit off balance, I think, but she still was able to get a lot of her foot behind that shot and was able to get a good shot. So a good save by the goalkeeper there for Beloit. That's Maya Belzer. Or Betzler, I apologize. Betzler, not Belzer. Maya Betzler, who was called into action there. Katie Talons with a real nice shot. Amelia Price with a beautiful little cross there, kind of finding Katie in space, and she was a little bit off balance, but got a good shot off. So I think that's maybe the third or fourth shot from Carthage so far here tonight. So that's excellent. Yeah, Carthage has 4 shots on the night so far. Beloit only with 1 shot, each of them with 1 shot on goal. Although I don't really remember the Beloit shot on goal. Must have been from quite a distance. We're under 25 minutes, kind of approaching the midway point of the first half. 24 minutes about to go here out of the 45, so we're just about halfway through here. Carthage with the, statistically speaking, and I would say in terms of the flow of play, so far Carthage has had the better of this one. They're looking good tonight. Hopefully they can capitalize on that and get their first goal of the regular season. Some good defense out on that side there. That's Maggie Thome playing that right fullback position, and she ushered her attacker to a harmless position and the ball out of bounds. So good for Carthage there. Some nice play there. Amelia Price with a little back heel, which was nice. Maggie Thome was making a run up that right-hand side, but maybe was asked to do a little bit too much there. Went a little bit too far. Substitution. First substitution of the night will be for Beloit. Halfway through this first half now, and Carthage yet to make a substitution. Coach Wilson sticking with his starters so far, and they have had the better, as I mentioned, of the action so far and of the shots so far. So makes sense that he'd give them a little more time to try to put all the pieces together and finally get that first goal. Beloit's been trying to find something down this left-hand side, but the defense over there has been strong. They'll have another throw-in over there, deep in Carthage's end. They try to go direct into the box, but it does end up coming all the way out. Katie Talons now makes a nice turn in midfield. She makes a nice little run there too. She's kind of looking for her strike partner. It bounces through there. Ooh, and it almost was a problem for the Beloit keeper. She came all the way just outside her box and just happened to kind of bounce to that point, just about 3 yards, maybe 3-4 yards outside of the box. And so kind of a 50-50 ball that the keeper was forced to play with her feet, since she was outside the box and can't use her hands obviously outside the box, so she had to try to play it like an outfield player. So that was an opportunity perhaps for Carthage, even though it looked like it had fizzled as a chance. Here's Katie Talons again. She tries to find her way through. She sneaks through there. She does go down, but again, no foul. I think that's a good call. People like to see a foul every time someone hits the ground, but sometimes you just fall, right? There's not always a foul involved, although some Carthage fans or coaches or players may disagree on that particular case. Beloit now trying to come down this right-hand side, and there is a foul there now. To the chagrin of the Carthage fans, they didn't feel that was a foul, but it did look like maybe there was a little bit of a push there. I have to tell you, have been a soccer referee for a number of years, so I tend to maybe agree with the referees more than most announcers perhaps, but you know, they're doing the best they can obviously, but that one did look, to me at least, like there was a foul there. Not a lot of complaint from the Carthage players, and just the fans who felt like some of the earlier called plays should have been called fouls and were not. So there's a free kick. Carthage gets a little bit confused there in the box and end up just kind of kicking it out of bounds. It was Stallworth wasn't able to come and take it with authority and got a little bit mixed up there perhaps. There's that corner kick. It does come harmlessly though out to about halfway to midfield. So Carthage able to deal with a couple of kicks in the one free kick and one corner kick that both ended up in the box, but neither one of them really threatened the goal too badly, so not too bad there. Katie Talons now tries to go outside. Looks like they're trying to get those fullbacks coming off of a little midfield play, coming downfield. There's a nice play in midfield. That was Faith Roberts, who's playing kind of in a somewhat attacking position there, number 18. Here she is again, Amelia Price now, playing that central striker role and doing pretty well so far. She's looking for someone to pass it to over on that far side. Maggie Thomes there in support. Comes all the way back though. Beloit trying to make that quick transition in midfield. It comes way over to this side. Nice play there by Natalie Ortiz to keep that ball in bounds and to play it upfield, but it's stopped effectively there by Maya Stone, and she's fouled in the process. So that'll be a free kick to Carthage. And it looks like Maya Stone is lined up to take that free kick. Carthage goes downfield. It looks like they'll try to take it long. Nice boot there by Maya. Amelia Price has a little opening here. She gets that ball, cuts it back nicely, tries to go into the area. was effectively marshaled there by the Beloit defense. But a nice little cutback there to bring it from her left-hand side to her right-hand side, trying to get to her right foot so that she could get a shot on goal, but unfortunately not able to make it all the way through. Stone with a nice play there. Leah Martin plays it wide. Maggie Thome now, she's had some good luck down that right-hand side. She comes infield to Talons, to Price, back to Thome. Can she beat that defender? I think that'll be a corner. Nice play there. So Carthage will have its first corner kick of the night. And it looks like its first substitutions of the night as well. Looks like 2 substitutions are being readied here and are coming in. Try to get those numbers for you as soon as they're up here on the stat board. And Carthage will have its first free kick. I'm sorry, its first corner kick. There you see the substitutions. Kendall Henley goes off. The freshman getting that start. And I think Caitlin Chope, who's also a freshman, has come on. Caitlin Chope, she's number 9. And she came on for Kendall Henley. And Sarah Fitzgibbon also went out. Olivia Rivera comes in also. Olivia Rivera was the second substitution. Olivia is a sophomore from Lockport. And she is a midfielder. So coach pretty much stays the same at the back and at the front, and is trying a slightly different combination of midfielders now. Bringing in Caitlin Chope. Beloit trying to put something together offensively here. They switch it over to the left-hand side. Seeing if they can make any headway. Maggie Thome is there though, and she marshals it out of bounds. So really effectively done there on this side, on the far side I should say. Well, the ball was out of bounds over there. Carthage will have the throw in, it looks like. Oh, it was a free kick, not a throw. They'll go backwards with that. All the way back to Ainsley Stallworth. Into that midfield. Olivia Rivera now, you see her, number 8 on the ball there. Nice play there. She finds Lisa Traxel on this near side. There's a nice run up the middle. That's Caitlin Chope. Caitlin is playing a fairly advanced position there. You see her kind of in the center, just on the 10-yard line roughly right now. So she has gone central and forward, and she's actually ahead of Amelia Price now. Amelia Price is kind of in a central attacking midfield role, and coach has Katie Talons and Caitlin Chope up front. Caitlin, as I mentioned, is a freshman, so she is also making her first appearance here at Art Keller Field. Nice play there. A shot towards the goal. But Beloit is able to work its way out of the zone, but only as far as Maggie Thome. They'll try to work it up this left-hand side now. There's Lisa Traxel, who's on the touchline. Tries to go infield and loses it. But a nice play there, Olivia Rivera. She's got some nice footwork. And there's a foul. And that'll be a Carthage free kick. Referee's just having a word here with the two players, just trying to calm the situation maybe and explain to them what's going on, his thinking. It doesn't look like he's going to pull a card out, but is having a fairly lengthy conversation with the two of them as a result of that play. He did stop play in order to do this, to have this conversation. The two of them listened to what the ref had to say, and now he's setting up the free kick. Counting off his steps for the wall. He's happy with where they're at. Roughly. Moves them back a few steps. And it looks like it's Amelia Price who's going to take that kick. And she puts it, takes a shot actually, and it tipped off the keeper. So from quite a bit of distance, at least about 30 yards, I'd say, from goal, she goes for goal and ends up with a corner kick. So well done. I think this is Lisa Traxel who's lining it up. Carthage has 4 players on the far end of the box right now, kind of at the far post. Nice ball into the middle. It's right there. Oh, and it just squirts wide, and that'll be another corner. So some good play there. Katie Talons again right in front. She's been active offensively. She had that really good shot just a little while ago, and now she's in there again, mixing it up on the corner kick. So that was a real nice ball in by Lisa Traxel. There's another one. Oh, and that one goes over the net, and that will be a goal kick. I guess the keeper touched it, but not until it had already gone over the end line and was already out of bounds. I think that must have been what the referee ruled. So you can hear that loud support from the Carthage fans. Nice to see the crowd out here. I think there's more folks out here tonight that were here for the game, the men's game on Sunday. Of course, it was 90 degrees on Sunday, so that may have had something to do with it. And this is a weeknight, a nice night here in Kenosha. Olivia Rivera has been active since she came in, looking good as an attacker. And Maya Stone receives it at the center of the defense. Lisa Traxel, nice little give and go there. Katie Talons can't quite bring it under control, but it does go out of bounds. Good play there, Olivia Rivera. Quick throw in, taken by Carthage. Price to Traxel to Rivera. Traxel gets through her defender, but the next defender is there and ready. Nice play by Stone to get in front of her defender, and nice cut across there. Goes to Leah Martin, who goes long to that far side. It's Caitlin Chope. And it's booted downfield by the Beloit keeper. Maggie Thome with a nice play there to get in front of it. And it does go all the way back to the Carthage keeper. So 8 minutes and 30 seconds roughly left to go in this first half. Still 0-0, but Carthage has had a couple of good opportunities. And Beloit has not, really, I would say. I mean, they really haven't been around Carthage's goal at all. Carthage has had the better of the statistical battle tonight, and I would say the possession battle as well. They're doing very well. Ball goes all the way through. Nice defensive play there by Addie Serenas. Addie is, as I mentioned, a junior from Tacoma. There's Maya Stone. Maya's a sophomore from Maple Grove, Minnesota. I'm a native Minnesotan myself, so I'm aware of Maple Grove, and Neuqua Valley High School is where she went to school. Nice turn by Katie Talons. She sticks with that ball. Nicely played. Good hustle there from Katie. Now here comes Maggie Thome on that right-hand side. She rifles across in there, but it's stopped by the keeper. But a nice ball in front of the net. That's the kind of thing that can either go in or create a rebound or have some kind of a positive effect on the Carthage offensive output tonight. Maggie Thome has been probably, I would say, maybe the player of the match so far. She's really been having some good opportunities up that right-hand side. She's had some good shots, some good crosses. Katie Talons has also looked really, really effective tonight. Both of them have had really strong first halves. Just the 2 substitutions so far for Coach Wilson, so he's sticking with a pretty staid lineup. Trying to get some fluidity, I think, from his team. They have shown some moments of it, certainly. They've got some good play going forward. The defense has been solid. And Carthage, so far, is dominating in shots on goal 7-1. Or shots total 7-1, shots on goal 2-1. But considering how badly they've been outshot the first 2 games of the season, that certainly has to be considered a win. Not giving up shots and getting some shots, both, right? A little bit of offense, a little more solid on defense. Of course, when they played this weekend, I think it was on Sunday against Endicott, they were even with them until the 35th minute or so, and then they gave up 3 goals quickly before halftime. So I think Coach would be pretty happy if they, even if they were to go in at 0-0, just to be in a position to have a better second half perhaps. And they've had a good first half really in terms of their play. Not yet getting that goal, but they have had the better of the play so far. Faith Roberts. Upfield, nice play there. Maggie Thome. Again, tries to get that cross through. Katie Talons was there. Amelia Price almost able to line up a shot from distance, but then it would kind of trickled away after her first touch. Beloit now has a little bit of a run here, although they do end up going all the way back to midfield. Beloit now trying to move up this right-hand side. The ball that attempts to go into the box, cleared there by Carthage. Maya Stone turns and gets rid of it. Beloit trying to come right back. Olivia Rivera almost able to clear it. But a shot, and that goes over the net. That was number 8, Megan Thompson with that shot. She, as I mentioned, scored 1 goal on the season already. And she was trying for another one there. It looks like Katie Talons is going to get a break. And I think maybe that was Olivia Rivera also. We'll see once we get the stats up here. Katie Talons out. Bea Sanchez Flores comes in. And Jaden Kramer also comes in for her first minutes on the night. Faith Roberts went out. Jaden Kramer making her appearance. She is also a freshman. Jaden is a freshman making her first appearance here at Art Keller Field as well, number 7. So here's Olivia Rivera. There you see Jaden Kramer. She's playing in a kind of a attacking left midfield position. Maybe even up higher than that. Maya Stone with some nice defense back there. She's been very solid so far tonight. Playing it back. Olivia Rivera, Lisa Traxel tries to go a little bit longer. And it comes all the way back to midfield and out of bounds. Just 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Still no score. And there's a foul with a little bit of extracurricular action after. And the fans very vocal in the stands. Just a foul. The fans thought there was maybe a little bit more in it, but ref didn't think so. Stone plays it across to Addie Serenus. Carthage looking for a way through on that right-hand side. They've had a little bit of joy over there. Mostly through Maggie Thome, who's been able to have number on that side. 1 minute to go. That's Caitlin Chope on that far side. Nice turn. Nice cross. It doesn't quite make it all the way into the box, but a real strong effort. Good defense there in Carthage midfield. Nice interception by Maya Stone. She's got a little room to run here. Makes a nice move. There's only 12 seconds left. She takes a shot. Why not? And it does bounce into the arms of the Beloit keeper.
1.
And that's the end of the first half here at Art Keller Field in Kenosha. The score at halftime in the opener for Carthage women's soccer is 0-0. We'll be back after halftime. And we are back for the second half of the opening women's home game of the season. The score at halftime is 0-0, but Carthage, as the halftime statistics will show, had a very strong first half. They outshot the Buccaneers 8-2 in that first half. They also had 63% of the overall possession to 37% for the Buccaneers. So Carthage and Coach Wilson, I would think, would be pretty happy with that first half. Now if they can just put one past the keeper and finally get that first goal of the season, I think they have a real good shot of winning. The Buccaneers really didn't have much in terms of chances in that first half. Carthage really dominated in terms of overall chances, as the shots on goal statistics certainly show. And they start out the second half in the same fashion. Katie Towns with a nice play down the right-hand side, winning a corner for Carthage in the opening minutes here. Carthage had 3 corner kicks in the first half to 2 for the Buccaneers. Nice ball into the center. It bounces around there. Over the head. Katie Talons tried for a spectacular shot there. Really a good effort, good thought. Sarah Fitzgibbon was taking that corner, and it came into the middle, bounced around. Katie Talons went for a overhead kick, but unfortunately unable to connect fully with that. And it will be a goal kick to Beloit. I think I may have said Concordia a moment ago. That was this weekend's men's game against Concordia, Wisconsin, so I apologize if I misnamed the visiting team. Looks like coach has gone largely back to his starting lineup. We'll see here as the game progresses. He only used 4 subs in that first half, and 15 minutes, Olivia Rivera and Caitlin Chope each got 15 minutes in substitution. Jaden Kramer, comes across the middle. Sorry, the opportunity there for Carthage. But I was just saying, Bea Sanchez-Flores had 3 minutes and Jaden Kramer had 3 minutes. But largely, coach stuck with his starting lineup. We'll see if he'll do that again in this second half. Amelia Price with a nice play over her head, but nobody's behind her. She goes down there a little hard, but hopefully is okay. She gets right back up. Looks like she's fine. Beloit moving up that right-hand side now. And that will be a Carthage throw on the far side. Lisa Traxel plays on that left-hand side of defense. Try to go across, but there's nobody home in that position. Beloit looking to move it upfield. Carthage is there defensively. Sarah Fitzgibbon applying some pressure there in midfield. She played a little bit, I think, in defense and in midfield last season. So far, coach has employed her on the left side of what looks like to be a midfield 3, or depending on where the ball is. Amelia Price goes all the way back. Maya Stone with the ball trying to find Maggie Thome, who had a really good first half, both offensively and defensively. Didn't quite connect with her though, and that'll be a Beloit throw in. They do go in field. Carthage has been strong defensively. They've had a number of players behind the ball and have not really had much to worry about at the back. Nice play there again by Maggie Thome. Ball goes out of bounds, just off screen. Throw in, Thome goes upfield. Nice play there, Katie Talons. Trying to find Amelia Price, who's making a run here down this near sideline, but wasn't able to quite catch up to that ball. Keeper goes long. Lisa Traxel is there, and she'll throw it in. Thome loses the ball that time, and Beloit tries to come right back in that direction. She's upfield. Nice defensive play there. That was Faith Roberts, number 18. Comes across. Roberts with the clearance. Now Kendall Hennelly. Nice play there in midfield to maintain possession and get it back. Stone tries to go upfield this time. It's headed into midfield. Katie Talons is the first to that ball. Nice play there. Maggie Thome. Nice play at the back. Addie Saranas has been really strong at the back too. Saranis and Maya Stone have been the central defensive pairing, and they've looked very confident back there. Good on the ball and good positionally as well. Ooh, Carthage almost nicks the ball there a couple of times, but a nice run up field. Beloit having a little bit more possession here so far in the second half than they had in the first half. But they have not really threatened the Carthage goal. They only had the single shot on goal in the first half. 2 shots overall, 1 on goal. And that one was fairly harmless as well, so Carthage is strong defensively so far. Maggie Thome trying to come down this side again. But this time it is corralled by Beloit. Carthage tries to pick the ball up there. And it goes all the way back to Maya Betzler, their keeper. Quite an experienced team that Beloit has fielded tonight. They had 6 seniors in their starting lineup. So more than half of their starting lineup were seniors. Carthage was just a couple of seniors in their starting lineup. So a little more experience on the Beloit side. But Carthage so far has looked a little bit stronger. Katie Talon's trying to find Amelia Price upfield, but a little bit too far for her. Quite a bit too far. There's Betzler again. Looks like Carthage is readying a couple of substitutions. Coach Wilson gonna change it up fairly early here in this half. Just paid almost 10 minutes. He's not going to take those substitutions yet, but there are a couple of players who are getting ready there, as you can see on the sideline, getting ready to come in. And it looks like those changes will be made now. Sarah Fitzgibbon goes off. Olivia Rivera comes on again. She had a strong first half, and Amelia Price comes off. Caitlin Chope. We'll see a little bit more action here. Caitlin, as I mentioned, is a freshman. So we'll see if he can inject a little bit something different here. With Chope and Rivera, who both looked bright in the first half in their appearances as substitutes, so he brings them on again just about 10 minutes into the second half. Ooh, almost. Olivia Rivera almost had a run on the ball there, but it does end up going all the way back to Ainsley Stallworth, who picks that ball up on the edge of her box. Upfield to Katie Talons. Caitlin Chope is playing as a central striker now. Olivia Rivera has been very close to a couple of good interceptions in midfield, but so far has not been able to get on the end of anything. And that ball goes into the keeper's hands. Ainsley Stallworth has been sure-handed back there tonight. Katie Talons has supplied a lot of the creativity here tonight. She had that one shot in the first half that was really, really close. Probably the best opportunity Carthage has had so far. She had a shot from really point-blank range, basically, way inside the 6-yard box. Oh, and there's a foul. Guess kind of a high boot there, possibly, for Caitlin Chope. And so that'll be a free kick for Beloit. Aspen Valentine will take it. One of their many seniors. Lisa Traxel with some good defense over there, cutting off the path of the Beloit player. I think that was Natalie Ortiz, who's been one of their stronger players, I would say, so far here tonight. Katie Towns with a nice turn. She beats her defender. Caitlin Chope is the only other one up there. She plays it over to this near side. Maggie Thome makes a nice little back heel there to keep control of it. She tries to go back, but it is picked off there. She was trying to find Faith Roberts to maybe play it into a more central area. Just goes through. Maya Stone is there, though, and she plays it again. A little bit dangerously into the middle, but she was able to handle that. She's had good composure back there at the back, I'd say, Maya. A little bit of a loose touch there. And that time, it was Addie Serenus who was there to defend. Fortunately for Carthage. Beloit has it now on the far side. Tried to go centrally. It does squirt all the way through. They tried to get a shot off there. I think that was Cassidy Felix. No. Not sure who got that shot. Apologize, killing a spider there. All right, back to the action. Looks like it'll be a throw in for Beloit. For those of you maybe who have never been to our Keller field, we do have a lakeside location here in Kenosha, which in my experience, lakeside locations oftentimes have lots and lots of spiders, and so the press box here above Art Keller Field is a real breeding ground for spiders, so there's always spiders crawling around here. Some good defense by Carthage there, down in their own end. Maggie Thome now will throw it in. See her there on the near side. Maggie, as I mentioned, a junior from Rochester, Minnesota. Rochester Lords High School. Rochester, of course, home of the Mayo Clinic. Ball goes wide there, but there's no Carthage player there. Nice play there. Try to keep it in on that side, but it does go out of bounds. So that'll be a throw. We're now past the 15-minute mark of the second half. Just 29 minutes to go here tonight. And we're still at 0-0. Shots so far in the game as of the 60-minute mark. 8 shots for Carthage, 3 for Beloit, 3 on goal for Carthage, 1 on goal for Beloit. No cards so far in the game, yellow or red. Carthage not getting quite as many offensive opportunities here so far in this half. They haven't really found a way through quite like they did in that first half. They had quite a number of opportunities, but just having a harder time finding their way through the defense. Not sure if it's an adjustment that's been made by Beloit or if the balance of play just favoring Beloit a little bit this half. I mentioned Carthage had about 2/3 of the possession in the first half. I'd say so far in the second half it's quite a bit more even, if not maybe a little bit skewed the other direction. And a foul there. Little frustration from the Carthage player, but that was certainly a foul. Caitlin Chope was upset by that foul and kind of swung her arms a little bit there after the foul. The referee has a little discussion with her, but the foul was on Beloit, so that will be a free kick to Carthage. And it looks like Olivia Rivera is lining it up. Olivia is a sophomore from Lockport, Illinois, Lockport Township High School. Great school. And Carthage has a number of players on the far side of the box. They try to go centrally and cuts across there, but maybe a little bit of a miscommunication somewhere along the line. Here comes another substitution for Carthage now. And it looks like Kendall Hennelly, the freshman, will come out. And I believe Amelia Price came back in. So Price for Hennelly. Price looked good in that first half, especially early in that first half. She had a couple of really nice passes, a couple of opportunities in the offensive zone. Maybe she'll be able to find something here in the second half. Getting her first minutes. Beloit has it in midfield now, trying to find a path through. Across that midfield line. Switching it all the way across the field to the near side. Trying to keep it in bounds there, which they do. Lisa Traxel with a nice defensive play there. She eventually loses out though. Beloit now has it. Ah, nice defensive play there. Amelia Price getting back and playing some defense. Trying to go upfield here. That's number 9, Caitlin Chope. Traxel with a throw in. Out of bounds, but that will be another throw in, so Traxel will take that again. That's not Traxel, I'm sorry, that's Maggie Thome. Traxel's on the other side of the defense. There's Maggie again with the ball. My apologies. Nice little turn there in midfield from Beloit. That's number 28, Caitlin Hudetz. Foul there. She had her arms on the player she was marking. Usually good for a foul. We got 25 minutes to go, so we're almost to the halfway point of the second half now. throw in Beloit. Bit of a pile up there, but it will be a Carthage throw. Taken quickly. Trying to go centrally there, but it's held off well by Beloit. Played out wide there. Natalie Ortiz got good speed. But Carthage effectively defends there. Katie Talons now. See if she can keep possession of midfield. She does. She moves it upfield nicely. Caitlin Chope was able to turn it, but then lost it. Maggie Thome now makes a nice play to get around her defender. Makes a nice pass inside to Katie Talons, who tries to go wide. Good idea, but it didn't quite come off. Caitlin Chope was there on that right-hand side making the run. Goes through, but Stone plays it back. Karam's off her and goes to the keeper. Not a back pass because it was not intentional. And Carthage will boot it upfield. Katie Towns tries to control it, but isn't able to. Looks like we've got substitutions ready to come on, but they'll wait for the next whistle or the next stoppage in play. Out of bounds on that far end. That'll be a goal kick. And another substitution now. Katie Talons looks like's going off. Bree Paez comes on. Natalie Ortiz goes off. That's for Beloit. Jaden Kramer has come on for Carthage. Kendall Hennelly went off. So Kramer for Hennelly. I think Katie Talons went off too, I'm not sure. There's kind of a flurry of substitutions there, as you can see on the screen. Oh yes. So is Katie Talons out and Kendall Hennelly in. My apologies there. So coach still sticking with a pretty small pool of players that he's using here. Ball goes out to Beloit. They're trying to make one more substitution here. Schubert for Semsroft. And we're just over 20 minutes to play here in Kenosha. Ball goes out of bounds, off of Beloit, so that will be a goal kick for Carthage. Again, good defensive play down there. They really haven't allowed Beloit to get much action. Trying to find some connection. They're not stringing together too many passes right now. Getting a couple of passes, and each side really having trouble holding on to the ball. Not getting a lot of organized offense together. Mostly just kind of trying to find their way through on both sides, but both sides playing well defensively. This early stage in the season, I think defense is often a little ahead of offense in terms of play and relationships on the pitch, so it's kind of harder, I think, to to put together an effective attack as it is to put together an effective defense. So it probably makes sense that this early in the season we're seeing the defenses for both sides, I think, a little bit more advanced than the attacking phase of the game. All the way back to Maya Stone. She's really bossing that ball. Pass up to this right-hand side, but no one's there to receive it. Another substitution for Beloit. Tried to play it across there. Amelia Price trying to get on that ball in the middle. Olivia Rivera heads it infield. Leah Martin now at the base of that midfield. There's Maya Stone. Nice pass. Oh, not quite handled there by Lisa Traxel, but a really nice ball there from Maya Stone. Really been impressed with her tonight. She seems to be real confident at the back with the ball and has made a few nice forward passes already in the game. She's been very strong at the back of defense so far. Nice turn there. Here's Price. Nice turn there. And a shot. Oh, and the keeper gets there in time. Olivia. Is that Olivia Rivera? I'm not sure. I think so. So some good work there for Carthage to get that shot on goal. I believe that would be technically a shot on goal. Statistically, yeah, it was. Their 9th shot and 4th on goal so far. Let's see if they can get anything coming up this right-hand side now. It was really pretty effective for them in the first half, but they haven't had much coming up this side. More of it has gone down the left-hand side here in the second half. There's Price, makes a nice turn. Good hold-up play there by Amelia Price. She goes far side to Lisa Traxel. Goes out of bounds, so that'll be a throw for Carthage. Long ball. Ooh. That was a interesting one. Maya Stone with a shot from long distance that just happened to kind of bounce up in such a way that it made it difficult for the Beloit keeper to get a handle on it. And it ended up bouncing over her reach. I guess she must have touched it because it will be another Carthage corner kick. It was a long range shot, probably 40 yards out. So here's Lisa Traxel into the center, who it almost makes it through, but it is defended there effectively by Beloit. Let's see if they can get it back for another opportunity. Traxel again picks it up on this near side, but she ends up going all the way back. So a couple of corner kicks there. Amelia Price hustling for it, and she does catch up to it in that far corner. She holds up looking for help. Lisa Traxel goes across. But there was a foul over there on the far side, it looks like. So it looks like it's going to be a Carthage free kick. This could be a good opportunity. It's in a good spot for Carthage to at least put that ball into the box. It looks like Amelia Price is over there getting ready for that shot. Or that pass, I should say, that cross. It's a good opportunity. Basically about 25 yards out from goal and right, 5 yards from the far touchline. Carthage has lined up 5 players at the far post. We're now coming across. The shot on goal, punched away. And now Beloit is trying to break out of that corner kick formation to try to get something going upfield. It does go out of bounds there. Or I think there was a foul, in fact, just right on the touch line. So that'll be a free kick rather than a throw-in. Beloit now trying to find a way through that deep-lying Carthage defense. Maggie Thome with a nice play there. Caitlin Chope trying to bust through somehow. Amelia Price with a nice play there to pick that ball up and shoot! Goal! Amelia Price from distance.
And a Carthage goal by number 27, Amelia Price.
So an excellent shot there from Amelia Price. She's been active, working hard all night long. Finally gets a shot off that went over the keeper, probably from about, I'd say probably 25 yards out or so. From long distance, went over the head of the keeper. Amelia Price gets the first goal on the season officially for the Carthage women's team. So that puts her in the lead as far as being a scoring leader. Amelia is a junior from Oak Forest, Illinois, went to Oak Forest High School and is in her junior season here at Carthage. So good for her. And Carthage is now up 1-0 with 12 minutes and 45 seconds to play. They'll try to hold on to this 1-0 lead over Beloit. So far they're out shooting Beloit 10-3, shots on goal 4-1. And an excellent goal. Couldn't have come at a better time for Amelia Price. Just Carthage not able to find the net, had a lot of opportunities, and finally one. She took on that shot and got a really nice shot over the keeper from distance. So congratulations to her on her first goal of the season. So Carthage finally breaks through. Took them about 75 minutes to do it, 77 minutes. But they do get that first elusive goal. And that'll be another corner kick for Carthage. So again, they'll have another opportunity here. Amelia Price, just looking up her history, she scored 1 goal and 2 points last season. She appeared in 4 games and started in 4 games on the season. A shot from distance there again from Amelia. That one goes over the net. Amelia appeared in 15 games in 2021 and started 8, and last season appeared in 4 games, 1 goal and 2 points. She was second on the team in goals and assists in 2021. She had 18 shots and 8 shots on goal. So now Carthage will try to maintain that lead. Beloit will certainly be trying to find a way through in these last 10 minutes. See if they can get that equalizer. They've only had the 1 shot on goal all game, though, so it's going to be a tough road for them. But you never know. Carthage will have to play some solid defense to get that first win. Beloit goes wide. It's Natalie Ortiz. She's been their most dangerous player, I'd say, so far. Maya Stone is over there. Nice play. Or maybe that was... I think that was Maya Stone. Beloit has a throw now. Nice play defensively there by Lisa Traxel, and they fizz one across. Beloit with a, not sure if it was a shot or a cross, but it really ended up going wide and out of bounds over the touchline. And so Carthage will have a goal kick. They play it fairly short over to that left-hand side, lots of space there. Price, the goal scorer. That ball runs all the way through, almost back to the keeper, but it is picked up by Carthage. Katie Tallons has come back into the game now. Coach probably trying to get some of that senior leadership out there. See out this game in the last 10 minutes. Ortiz again trying to find a way through, but Carthage doubles her up. Here's Katie Tallons in midfield now. Maggie Thome goes out of bounds though, making a run up this right-hand side, but the angle wasn't quite right on the pass for her to pick that one up. Carthage wants to be careful here not to get too passive. Still want to play an aggressive game, even though they're on the defensive. Certainly trying to, most important thing is to keep the ball out of their net, but they also want to have some possession, not let Beloit get the ball in that end too often, because you never know which way the ball will bounce, just like it does there. As a shot from number 3, Abigail Membrino, their leading scorer, but Carthage harmlessly picks that one up, takes their time doing it. Ainsley Stallworth. Ainsley had just had the 2 shots on goal so far tonight. Hasn't had much to do back there, but she'll have to be alert to any danger that appears in these last few minutes. Nice ball up there, Amelia Price. Got that ball in the corner. She's holding on to it there. 2 players from Beloit trying to get it away from her. She goes down, no foul called though. It comes out to Carthage. Comes back to the corner. Price tries to play it, and she came back from an offside position. So she was not really trying to play that ball. It just kind of ended up at her feet. And Offside was the call. She wasn't in an offside position, but she came back from an offside position and touched the ball, so that's offside as well. She's active in play. That's how the rule is stated. Comes near side now. Trying to go down the side. Good defensive play there. Now Beloit has it centrally. Goes out to that far side again, Natalie Ortiz. She dashes across the center but isn't able to pick it up. A loose touch there, and Carthage gets the ball back, although gives it right back to Beloit. Beloit looking for a way through. Carthage has 6 or 7 players at the back there. And it's another harmless shot with just 5 minutes to play now in the game. Carthage staring their first win in the face and hoping that they can hold out for these last 5 minutes and ring that bell tonight. Foul there on Beloit. Carthage will take that with 5 minutes to play. Set up that free kick and take their time doing it, I would guess. They'll be in no hurry to take this free kick. Sarah Fitzgibbon is there. Maya Stone is there. Looks like Maya's gonna take this free kick. She's had a couple of really nice long balls already. There's another one. Bounces, and it's kind of an emergency punch there from the keeper. Beloit tries to quickly go the other way off of that free kick. And there's a foul. Ooh, there's a little bit of extracurricular activity there after the play, and I think that'll be a card or a caution. Referee stops the clock. Not sure if he gave 2 yellow cards there or just one. It was a little bit unclear. He talked to both players, but I'm not sure if he carded both players or not. I guess only the Beloit player got the yellow card there. I think that's fair. Just a tangle up, but she seemed to react a little bit after the whistle. So we start the clock again with just under 4 minutes to play now. Carthage just needs to hold out for these 4 minutes. Get that first win of the season in their first home game of the season. Certainly like to make this a place where it's difficult for other teams to play. This would be a good way to start doing that. Carthage just gets rid of it. It does go out of bounds, I think, off of Carthage, I guess. Thought it had gone off Beloit, but Beloit has the ball now. Carthage picks it back up, though. It's drilled out of bounds. And it looks like, I thought there was going to be a substitution, but it was just a correction on the placement of the throw by the referee, telling the player to take it back up the pitch a little ways. Beloit is working their way slowly up that right-hand side. They've got under 3 minutes now to try to get an equalizing goal. Try to go centrally. Nice play there. Carthage just really hasn't been able to hold on to it in these last 5 minutes or so. They've kind of been just kicking it away when they get it. Goes down the line this time. Nice ball inside. Carthage trying to get a hold of that ball, but having a difficult time doing it. Beloit now moves into a more offensive position. Centrally, they've got the ball. Nice defensive play there and a foul. Excellent play there by Leah Martin, number 21. She stepped right in front of her offensive player from Beloit, and that was an important interception. Amelia Price with a nice layoff here. That's Kendall Hennelly. Hennelly takes it to the corner. Trying to spend some time down there, but it does come right back out. Beloit now coming upfield with just a minute and a half to play. Can they fashion some kind of an opportunity here, or can Carthage keep it out of their own zone for this last little bit of play? It's a little nerve-wracking here for the Carthage faithful, but so far they've kept it in that zone. Nice interception there. Plays it across. Nice play in midfield. That's Sarah Fitzgibbon.
1 minute.
Maggie Thom with 1 minute remaining. She goes back. Maya Stone crosses it. Beloit picks it up. They've got to do something, though. They've only got 35 seconds to do it. Not even sure if they can get a shot off in that amount of time. Down to 30 seconds. One more chance here possibly for Beloit. Desperately trying to get a shot off. Carthage just plays the ball out of bounds. Smart play there. Only 15 seconds now to play. Beloit has the throw in on the far side. 10 seconds to go.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And that is the game. Carthage Firebirds are victorious. 1-0 is the final score here tonight. That'll bring Carthage's record to 1-2 on the season.
Final score from today's game. Carthage College 1, Beloit 0.
So you hear it there. 1-0 is the final score. Beloit will go to 1-3 on the season, and Carthage will go to 1-2 on the season. So they get their first win in their first home game. Certainly a good one tonight for Carthage. In terms of what these teams have coming up in the near future. Free Culver Sundays for the fans here because of the shutout. They'll certainly be happy about that. Beloit's going to St. Louis for their next games on the 16th and 17th against Harris, Stowe, and Webster College. And they'll be home in their home opener in the Midwestern Conference on the 23rd against Cornell. Carthage, on the other hand, their games coming up will be Saturday at 1 p.m. here at Art Keller Field versus Aurora. That'll be senior day, so we'll be honoring the seniors on Saturday at 1 p.m. And they have an unusual doubleheader as well. So Sunday they'll be playing at 4 p.m. Marion College will be the opponent on Sunday. So Saturday at 1 p.m. versus Aurora, Sunday at 4 p.m. versus Marion. Both of those games will be streamed here live. So come on down here to Art Keller Field and check out Carthage to see if they can keep this home streak alive. So the final score here tonight from Art Keller Field, Carthage 1, Beloit 0. And we'll stick with the team here. There we're seeing many of the people that we can thank. Our producer, John Voinovich, executive producer, Mike Love, Matt Agnew, our director, Sophia Salcido. Thanks to Emma Snyder and Ty Lumpkin on camera. And now we'll turn it over to the PA for the ringing of the bell.
We'll ring the bell. Say it with me, fans. Ring the bell. Ring the bell.
So for Athletic Communication, this is John Bruning signing off from Art Keller Field, Kenosha. We'll see you back here on Saturday.